Hello, all my beautiful people. This is Breaking the Cage. We are breaking the cage. We are exercising all of that negativity that has been part of our life forever. This is why I call it that. We are now entering Pisces season, and oh my God, this is telling you so much. So much. This is so much more than just a typical Pisces season, okay? Because you have Pisces season every year. Whenever the sun moves through a zodiac sign, no matter who you are, that is ultimately the house that you are walking through. So we have Pisces season every year, but you're not going to have another illuminating Pisces season quite the way that you're going to have it this year. I mean, there's going to be more powerful Pisces seasons, Pisces energies coming in throughout the year. But the illumination that's about to take place in Pisces is completely a different one from what you're used to. And not going to see another one on that level until next year when Saturn moves in. And the reason for that is because of the planetary energies that's taking place in Pisces. Okay, we all know that Neptune is still in Pisces, but you have Jupiter here now. Jupiter is bringing abundance, knowledge into here. It's bringing manifestation into the Pisces energy. And now you have the sun moving in. So Jupiter is more or less going to help illuminate any and everything that needs to take place here in Pisces. Now, for Pisces people, if you are a Pisces, sun in Pisces, then you may not actually be entering into your first house until actually after your birthday, which would mean that you are technically still in the 12th house. And I explain it that way because I want you guys to all realize when you're listening to these videos exactly what I'm talking about. So like if you're a moon Pisces, then we're getting into your emotions, but we're not going to be out of your 12th house on that emotional level until after your birthday. So you technically are going from the 12th house to the first house. And I want everybody who follows these videos to understand whatever your Pisces energy is, whatever house that is in your astrology chart, this is what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to get into everything about astrology here in a second. What I wanted you to understand, wherever the sun is technically the house that you are walking through the most at this moment. With Jupiter being here and the sun moving in is bringing illumination that's off the chain. The only way you can miss the information that Pisces is trying to teach you is if you are absolutely in illusion, delusion, denial. Okay? Fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality. And this is about really where we're going. So where I want to get into what Spirit is giving me about this is here where I live, there's a road. And I never, ever paid attention to the name of the road until the last few days. And I realized with all the energies that are coming in and what they're giving me, my signals to give to you all on these videos, was the name of that road made perfect sense. And that's why I'm kind of saying this energy is, are you on Emancipation Highway or not? Are you in, let me settle and take the world as it's always been or not? This is not just the big, bold, important things in your life, but this is really getting, to the mundane, the stuff that you overlook. This is really talking to us on the small matters, and where these small matters, when we ignore them, we avoid them, we're in denial of them, we let them slide. And where those small things start to add up until you snap. And we cannot avoid the mundane. We cannot avoid the little ideas, the little situations. I'll give you a perfect example. And when I say mundane, it's like the things that you think they're important, but they're not that important. All right. Like say you went to, the restaurant. I'll use Pizza Hut as an example. So you went to Pizza Hut and you ordered, a pan pizza. But the service already kind of sucked. The service already was slow. It took you forever just to get your drink. You ordered this pizza and you ordered a pan pizza, but they bring you a hand tossed one. Okay. And you know that you ordered the other. So are you going to let it slide? These are the things that we're evaluating right now. The little things that seem like it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I paid for that. Yeah, I ordered that. You didn't listen to me. This is what I wanted, and it's not what I got. Versus, like I said, the situation, the service already was sucking. I was already, having to wait too long to get this. Do I really want to wait another, half hour for them to remake another one and make it correct? You're starting to really pay attention to those little details of what you let slide, of what you think aren't important, and are they adding up to where eventually you're going to snap? This is why I said fantasy versus reality. Is it acceptable? Is it not? Is it where it's time to go? I'm not allowing that to slide anymore, because if I let these little things slide, then I'm starting to let the big important things slide, which keeps me off of Emancipation Highway, which keeps me from freeing my own self, your own self, freeing ourselves from our own individual slavery that we've allowed to be part of our acceptance. We've allowed those little things to go, yeah, okay, that's the way life is. Yeah, okay, that's the way life is. No, we're coming into a place where it's freeing ourselves from society, from, certain things within the law, changing the world around us. And are we going to continue to put up with it or not? This is all part of Pisces energy. On a universal level, Pisces is the universal 12th house, which deals with grief, sorrow, shame, blame, insecurities, where you lie to yourself. It's your unconscious energy. And your unconscious energy has a lot to do with your manifestation. And in some cases, it has more power than your consciousness. Because if you are allowing too many things in the unconsciousness on a negative way to bring that law of attraction to you in negative forms, because you're unconscious, you're in denial of it, then you're asking for more of it. So this is why I said Spirit is giving me that road, Emancipation Highway. Are you coming into your liberation, into your freedom, into your security by knowing who you are and not allowing it to be pushed around, belittled, not acknowledged? Like I said, right down to little things like going through the drive-through or ordering something and you don't get what you asked for. Are you going to continue to allow the little things to be like, yeah, okay, no big deal? How much of a big deal is it? Is it adding up to where it's going to make you snap? I'm being told Spirit is saying it's time to open your eyes, big beady eyes, and acknowledge the difference between illusion and delusion, and the difference between fantasy and reality, so that you are definitely setting your direction right now in the most positive way, and the way that you actually wish for it to be, granted, brought into reality. Open your eyes and make sure that you are definitely viewing things from the truth, and acknowledge where your truth is within that. And like I said, Pisces season, for some people, it's different levels in their houses, but on a universal level, we always are going to be experiencing energies from what the universal level is. And that is going to be dealing with, what you sweep under the carpet. What you tell yourself it's okay. You can sweep all the dirt under the carpet, all the lies, all the denial, all the emotional indifferences and insecurities that you want. You can sweep them under the carpet, but they're still there. They're just hidden. This is part of what I'm talking about. Are you allowing it to build? And we have to acknowledge these areas so that we can clean them up, correct them, and start to move forward, so that we do not put ourselves in a fantasy land that's going to ultimately come back, slap you in the face, and make you have to take so many more steps forward before you actually get to where you were. All right. So we're trying to make sure that we're moving forward in the best way. This is not the time to let the shit slide. This is all about coming into bringing yourself in the best soulful spiritual way possible. Now, as I get into the astrology itself, Jupiter is having a good conversation. See, another one of these situations is there's a lot of sextiles and a lot of trines in this week, which ultimately is a good thing. However, when you have too many sextiles happening, it makes you comfortable. You get in your comfort zone. I can take care of that a little later. No, you can't. This is the time. This is the time now, because it's being set up in this time for you to direct these new directions of your manifestation right now. When a sextiles, too many sextiles happen, we get comfortable. We don't really take the action when it was set right there, showing itself in the illumination of you're letting people manipulate you. You're letting people walk on you. You're letting this slide in areas that it shouldn't be. I mean, for each and every one of you, you have different ways of viewing the situation at hand, but I'm giving you an idea. Now, Jupiter is getting along with the sextiling kind of energy with Uranus, which speaks to you directly of, dude, no, bitch. It's not going to be that way. We need it to be this way. We need to take action. We need to make the changes. Jupiter is abundance, higher knowledge, manifestation, coming in with the sun coming in to Pisces. Neptune is here in Pisces, giving you the ability to create all the fantasy, the denial, the lies you want, or to bring the healing in and create the healing correction within the life. Now, that's got Jupiter speaking directly with Uranus. Independence, individuality, uniqueness, freedom, liberation, self-worth, self-value, self-esteem in Taurus. So if you're not in your power, someone, somewhere, something else is. And are you giving your power away simply because, well, you don't really think it's that big of a deal? This is what I'm talking about. The small things mature into the big, important things, and acknowledge which small ones are small and you don't care about, and which ones are you in denial and lying to yourself about. Hold on. You have Uranus then that is getting along great with Venus, Mars, and Vesta. Now, here's the thing. Venus and Mars are still pretty much just like this. It's more like Mars and Venus just slightly traveling behind it. And they're going to be that way until they both go into Aquarius. But Mars is the leader here, not Venus. So this means the masculine energy, the action, the aggression is there. It's just how will you choose to bring out your inner fire, your inner passion, your inner aggression, your inner action? Will you bring it out in healthy ways? Because you're seeing the values of things. You've been viewing that the whole time. The values of things have been showing themselves, whether they're what you want them to be or not, they're showing themselves, and the action that you need to take. Uranus is, again, your independence, your individuality, your uniqueness, your freedom, your inner liberation, your emancipation highway. And it's speaking to Jupiter. So are you going to get oversensitive about it? Are you going to take action, or are you going to wash it clean with, it's all right, when really it's not? Not to mention what nobody is telling you is Vesta is here with Venus and Mars. Vesta holds the keys to opening the door. Ultimately what she is. She holds the keys to opening the door. So do you want the door that has always been open, or do you want a new door open? All right, now you have Neptune. He's getting along great with the South Node. The South Node in Scorpio is telling you all about everything you're really good at, that it does not ever take you anywhere. The South Node in Scorpio, literally, Scorpio is all about transformation, rebirth, fertility. But the South Node here is saying, where are you not getting the rebirth? Where are you not getting the transformation? Where are you ultimately in your own way, in your comfort zone, settling, saying it's going to be okay, and we don't really need to change or grow or mature spiritually? Neptune is saying, if that's what you want, honey, I will fill you with all of that magic, and you could go nowhere. You can stay exactly where you are. That's what that energy really is. Now, that energy is also, Neptune has that very same kind of energy speaking with Ceres, which is in the third house, your communication, Ceres is ultimately, she's speaking to you about nurturing or neglecting. So are you nurturing the communication with yourself, or are you neglecting the proper communication with yourself? Then that's speaking again to Venus, Mars, and Vista, the keys, the value of who and what you are, the action, the courage, the confidence in taking action in who and what you are, with the keys opening the doors to any and everything you want. But what Neptune is not getting along with is Lilith, which is also in that third house of communication, Gemini. Lilith here, I've been saying all year, Lilith in Gemini is kind of like the soul fire going, when are you going to start listening to what you're here for? This is what we're here for. This is what we burn for. This is what we desire. When are you going to start going after what you desire, what you yearn, what makes you feel great about being you? When are you going to communicate this with the outer world? This is saying I'm a little comfortable with the way things are in some cases, so maybe I'll let it slide a little longer. No. All over this week's astrology is no, bitch. Things are not going to continue to stay in this comfort zone. We actually have to take action in uncomfortable ways, because the simple fact is you don't know what's on the other side of that door. You only have an idea, a vision, an image of what you view it will be, but that's not what it will be, because you don't really know. You haven't walked through that door. You have to have the courage and the confidence to go through to the next side to get what you desire. The sun, up until the 21st, is not getting along with either one of the nodes, because it's helping you cipher where you're lying to yourself about your growth versus your emancipation highway versus your denial and your lack of movement. So this is making you truly see some things about yourself. Like I said, the sun in Neptune with Jupiter is going to be illuminating any places that you're in your own way. Your grief, sorrow, shame, blame, insecurities, where you sweep it under the closet, where you blame everybody else, where it would just be better if I just forget it for a while because I don't really want to deal with the responsibility of it. But you're not going to get that option. Is going to be coming in and showing itself. Chiron is not getting along with Pluto. Death, decay, and destruction for renewal, rebirth, regeneration. Chiron is the wounded healer. The first house, bringing it into the world around you and making you bring it into reality. I tell you all the time. For me, Spirit says, I might as well just look at Pluto as, though I walk through the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. This is believing in yourself. This is confidence that I can be who I hope I am when I'm on the other side of that door. If I just have the courage to go through and try something new and to start coming into my emancipation highway, I am free of these chains. I will not put up with this anymore. Hey, you messed up my order and I want it fixed. The little mundane things are what's going to make you snap in the wrong way if you don't handle them when it gets to the big thing that you do need to handle. So this is why I said the small things mean a lot when it's going all the way from little, you messed up my drink, you messed up my food, you did this wrong. Something simple, you didn't hear me, you weren't listening, so therefore you did it wrong. Doesn't mean you got to be a bitch about it, just means you got to correct it, so that you're not walking around bitching about it all day. So when it gets to these bigger situations that really are important, now you can act right and truly handle them. Emancipation highway, guys. You also have Mercury and Juno, which are in the 11th house, Aquarius, which is not getting along with the nodes again. This is coming right back to your communication, and are you being forthcoming with yourself about what you're letting slide and how important is what you're letting slide? Then you have it getting along great with Lilith, saying if you would just believe in yourself, if you would just step into your fire, if you would just take off the ooey gooey mask of what everybody else has told us that this world is and how you are and who you're supposed to be, and you just start being you with confidence and come into your fire and communicate it outwardly properly because of that proper feeling of freedom and security, you're filling yourself with it, then it's going to work for you. But it's not getting along with Mercury because it's comfortable to just continue to go on with things the way they've always been. This is not the week. This is not the week for the comfort zone, for the illusion, the denial. That's fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality. And trust me, if you miss the signs this week, it's going to come back and slap you down. So I'm giving you the key warnings. You also have Venus, Mars, Vista in that 10th house, the outer world, and the authority of that outer world. It's getting along with Neptune, like I said. It's getting along in a sextiling energy, also with the South Node. I'll give you whatever you want me to give you. If you don't want to grow, fine, but don't bitch about it. But it's also getting along great with Ceres. It's getting along great with Ceres, which is talking to you about nurturing yourself, your soul growth, or neglecting it. The choice is yours. The power is within. It's just will you locate it and call your energies back to you. I love you guys, and I will be back for next week's Breaking the Cage. Bye.